You come on, man.
I I think I think he's not going to fight Luffy just because it's just not Luffy's job. You
Yeah,
know, like that's Zoro or Sanji or Jinbei's going to whoop your ass real quick. They're going to be like, "What are you thinking, bro? That's Luffy. Like, go ahead and pipe down." And then he's going to be like, "Okay." Like that's
exactly.
going to be
He
it.
he seems
That's
like
going to
a
be it.
pipe down character. He seems
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a pipe down, bro. We got bigger fish to fry. Like, but I would like if he was like in charge of like a cult. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Grand Line Gazette, where we talk about One Piece every damn day. We are continuing our new Giant Warrior Pirate playlist, and today we are talking about Rodo, the fake sun god, one of five sun gods, six sun gods that we have right now. We're pretty
Something
sure
like
he's not
that.
valid. But if you're new to the channel, we talk about One Piece every damn day, whether it's character breakdowns, manga, episode reviews. We talked about Blackbeard pirates, Straw Hats,
Yeah,
Sword members, and now we're talking about the
yeah.
Giant Warrior pirates. So let's get started. Road, everything we know, everything we think we know, everything we want there to be. First impressions. You see him in a cover story with Buggy. If it's not through the manga, you see him in an episode where it just does a quick flash to the new Giant Warrior Pirates, and he's standing in the back. He's like one of the tallest members. He's standing behind Gerd and everybody, and he's just kind of looking ominous. He definitely looks like one of the cooler looking ones because he's like so ominous with like the hair and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Not much to go on. Later, more recently, once we get to Elbaf, we find out that he has this thing he likes to do: capture people and put them in like houses that he
Yeah.
creates, cities, countries. They would
He
call
likes to play.
it.
He likes to play Sims with real
He
people.
likes to play Sims, and he likes to go about his way, his day as the sun god. Uh,
Yeah,
how do we feel about that? New to the One Piece world. We have not got that before. We can say that.
yeah. That is. Look, I love my RPG game. I love them to death. But I mean, to have enough power over people to where you are technically their god, it's kind of crazy. So,
I've I'm not
Road is a sick person.
I've
Giant.
never really
Yeah,
played Sims. You know what I mean? I've seen
yeah,
people play Sims, but I play games, survival games, where you have to build bases. I feel pretty good when
yeah.
these bases are built. You know what I'm saying? If there's like people around, I feel pretty good. If I play a game where I have teammates, like let's say I'm playing Dragon Age, my teammates are interacting. I'm playing Baldur's Gate, my teammates interacting. I'm feeling pretty good about it. So it's kind of like that to the thousandth degree
Yeah.
on a creepy fixation level. Now he is now they are guardsmen, so they are watching the border. They're looking for intruders. That's what the new Giant Warrior Pirates are doing, and he is the jailer. I think we're coming to realize.
That's my conclusion. We haven't been confirmed that, but I somebody has to be watching Loki, and it seems like that was kind of his job, but he was over here playing Sim. So that's how I'm interpreting this
Yeah,
last chapter.
Mm. Um, my first impression of Road is kind of what Corey was saying. It was going along the lines of he's somebody who is playing video games before the invention of video games. You know, like he comes from Elbath, so they have a high reverence for the sun god.
Do you like out?
I think it just cut out a little bit.
Cool. Um, yeah, to go off this point, like I think like the sun god is something that people just they try to imitate, similar to a hero or just like anything else in pop culture. You know, you like to play as Captain America. That's who he likes to play as. He wanted to be the sun god in his world. So that's what he became in his world. So I
Yeah.
think the Sun God
It's
thing
like
is going to be big for Luffy here in Elbaf too. He is the Sun.
yeah. So I think Luffy running in not only Road, but Loki. Very
Yes.
very confrontational. Especially, I feel like. Side note, I gotta go into that a little bit more later. How Road's gonna react to Luffy. Um, but just like him himself going off of that point too that you guys had is just like um, Dragon Ball Z. You're a kid charging up. Everybody's done the Dragon Ball Z charge, the yell, everything like that. Now, I'm trying not to equate it exactly because the Sun God is their religious figure. So that's like their god.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not exactly a cartoon superhero, but the idea of being able to impersonate a character you really envy and idealize
Sure.
isn't out of this realm. So that's something at least we
Ooh.
can grasp on. Now,
Yeah, exactly. I do it when I
capturing
play
these people,
2K.
yeah,
Like, I want to be. I want to shoot like Steph. I can't shoot. I can't shoot like Steph. But the person I create in 2K, he'll shoot better than Steph. And then guess what? Like that's me, but living in with my hero for the day. So I
now
get where he's coming from with that. He's
Now,
gas.
if he is a jailer, we're assuming he's a jailer. We're assuming that this castle is a jailhouse or some kind of fortress that they keep people in. Just from the other doors too, because like the other doors he was walking past when we saw him in his like a sun god get up, which is just like a coat, his mask. You know what I mean? The antlers.
Yes.
All the other doors look like prison doors, if
Yep.
that's the setup. So it's like maybe it's like the only kind of redemption or like silver lining you have for this guy is that these people aren't I guess people that are missed by us, the people watching it, but these are still people he's capturing and throwing them in prisons. And like, I mean, so let's say he captures somebody and he throws them in a prison and they're 2 generations down, like their granddaughter is living there, but
They
he don't
think they're
treat the
fine.
granddaughter bad. The granddaughter's just living like oblivious. So is he still a bad guy? If he just lets everything just keep going as is, it's like it's kind of complex what he's doing. At the end of the day, like cut and dry, you shouldn't be capturing fucking people and like leaving them in play sets. And his teammates also have an issue with it. At least Gerd does. You know?
I mean, it seems like he has a reputation,
Yeah.
and that's kind of where I'll leave it with that. I mean, we saw him gas the squad.
We
So
saw him
he's-
gas the squad, bro.
We haven't. None of these people are here voluntarily. If you asked them if they wanted to leave and they said no, that's
And he
one
was
thing.
narrating himself gassing the squad, which means I've done this before. I'm just telling y'all what I'm doing. It doesn't distract me. It's not like, okay, so what I want to do now. No, it's just this is what I
I've
do.
watched Dexter. I know what happens.
I've watched-
He's like roll. He's like, got to put out the plastic roll. Both times, got it. Okay.
You see, but I think maybe this is his dark passenger. When he goes into the sun god mode, it's like he gets to do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? And he thinks
That's
it's
crazy.
just like, you know what I mean? He's like, he gets to lord over these people, kill them at a whim. We saw the room he's in. There's dead bodies everywhere, bones. So when they die in there, it's like
that is
they
true.
can't decompose like when they bury him. So
That
he probably
is
just waits
true.
for people to sleep, puts his hand in there, pulls the people out, or he probably has the graveyard like near the wall. You know what I mean? So he just kind of like scoops them out. What the fuck, man? So we do have to see a lot of things. We have to see like his interactions with like Haruden.
I mean, because when I think back to old charts of chapters, I think of the girl from Wano. I forget her name right now, but she had the little cheek thing where she was able to give up,
Momo.
like she was at
No, not Momo.
Momo. No,
Tama.
yeah, Tama. Thank you. And so, like, it's usually something to propel the story forward. Tama, we were there to see that She has to drink polluted water. Eating rice is a rarity. She only gets rice once per year. We have to be careful with the smile fruit because Tama showed us that that's the only option now. So I wonder what Rhodes' vehicle is like. What is he going to show us?
See, now
'Cause
that is an interesting concept because
Yeah.
maybe he could just be a normal person to them that just is like, why are they letting these humans, the Gorosei, with no spectacular powers, they can't fight, they can't do nothing, take over the world? Why are we letting them take control for no reason? We could take them out. You know what I mean? And so that feeling turns into a why don't we take them out, and to a like we're better than them and we're just doing nothing. I'm just gonna do what I can on like in a microcosm, so I can feel like I'm getting my get back. So maybe it's a Gorosei stemming thing.
But it also like they're on the lookout for other intruders. So I wonder what they do with the other intruder. Like this could do they hate people? Like do they hate normal people? Are we gonna see some level of racism here, and that Road is just like, oh well, it's okay. This is frowned upon, but it's not illegal. Like what I'm doing.
Yeah, like
It's like they don't like it.
We have laws for giants.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's exactly what the guy said to the people of Wano. He's like, you guys are not a part of the kingdom. That means you guys don't have any rights. That's a you problem, not a me problem.
Which would make sense that the next huge arc
that would be
does that, but to humans to help it. One Piece is really good at that.
Yeah, which would then come into question why Shanks is so cool with being here.
Yeah, but again, this could just be a faction, and that could be a faction maybe stem from Loki, and so maybe Road is part of that faction. Like maybe he does visits to Loki. You know what I mean? Where he's like, I want to burn this shit down too, bro. Like you say you're the sun god, I say I'm the sun god. On some like Obito Madara stuff, but willingly and knowingly.
I will say this: it does take a skill to, what is it, knitting? I mean, when he does make that craftsmanship of like those clothes that he puts on the straw hats, they're like a 25th of his size, like 4% of his size. Like he has to get down there in the nitty gritty.
He got them glasses.
He got that watch lens on. He just has like, hey, that's impressive. I'll give him that. I won't hate on the whole episode. Yeah. I mean, stop doing this all this like captivity stuff.
Yeah, why don't you do like what's it called?
Something
like
else. Anything.
Yeah, like where they your animal dies and then they taxidermy. Do taxidermy.
That's freaky enough for you. That seems like a Road thing.
Yeah, this seems like just I got the job for you. But yeah, dude's 63 years old. He is the navigator. It looks like he is also a swordsman. So we're gonna see the possibilities of who he fights and who he is going to be the antagonist for are kind of, you can throw any kind of number out there. Like Road could fight a Zoro, swordsman.
Yeah, he
could fight. Let's just go down the line. Sanji, because Sanji's mad that he did that to Nami. Obviously, like Luffy, probably not Luffy, but it's like you gotta like see the sun god and come to terms with that. I gotta see a realization to these fake sun god people. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Haruden.
Yeah.
The other members of the Giant Warrior Pirates, where they're like, "Hey, you ain't you. Come on, man."
I think he's not gonna fight Luffy just because it's just not Luffy's job. You know, like that's Zoro or Sanji or Jinbei's gonna whoop your ass real quick. They're gonna be like, "What are you thinking, bro? That's Luffy. Like, go ahead and pipe down." And then he's gonna be like, "Okay." Like that's
Exactly.
gonna be it.
He seems
That's
like
gonna
a
be it.
pipe down character. He seems
Yeah,
like a pipe down, bro. We got bigger fish to fry. Like, but I would like if he was like in charge of like a cult.
Ooh.
If
I do.
he was trying to get Loki out the whole time. Um, so like once you get to that backstabby nature, you know what I mean? It's like the possibilities are endless. Like with him and Haruden, like Haruden, we find out is possibly, most likely, the Prince of Elbaf as well. So
Yeah.
growing up with a prince who will most likely get special treatment in some situations and you don't ever get special treatment, like that's also got to build some animosity. Like
Yeah.
I can see a lot of reasons why this guy can be a good villain. It's just
And,
like which
I
route are
mean,
we taking? Which
You
road
also
are we
have the
taking?
navigator part of this, right? The way he can apologize to Nami, they have a vast, vast history of knowledge in Elbaf.
A
We're
library.
not.
Yeah.
We're. You take O'Hara out of it. This is the only location, and they cared enough about the knowledge to be the first ones dispatched to O'Hara to be picking up all these books. So as far as the navigator talks, you're going to have maps that are showing tide or sea level locate or height over generations. You're going to see certain islands come and go and disappear, and that might help us. And I have a theory, but that the last poneglyph was in the same place that the books were,
Now
and so
here's
that the giants may have.
that is a
Who
good
knows?
theory that the poneglyph is there.
Yeah.
That's like kind of always been there, and that's why
Yeah.
it's so hard to get to. Is just because like you know what you gotta do. Either gotta befriend giants, gotta make it past giants.
Well, I think I thought it was in O'Hara, like in that little, like where they dumped all the books, and then the giants came and picked up all the books from that the little pool area. I think it was also, well, the red pony, but who knows? We might make a video about that. Put it down in the comments if you guys want to hear a strict theory video on.
A couple more things about Road. I think he's a druid. He definitely has
Ooh.
druid-like attire when he's going about as a sun god. He has,
I think he got some magic.
unlike some World of Warcraft shit, it's like you got the staff,
Yeah.
you got the shield, you got the horns. You have
Do you think he has magic? Do you think we'll see magic-ish?
if not
here?
magic, now this is the big thing between it might not be magic, but it may be mysticism. Like it's the difference between Doctor Strange and Danny Rand, the Iron Fist. Like Iron Fist ain't doing all kinds of like weirdo magic with this, but he can focus his chi and he can heal himself, kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
he might know mysticism, but if he knows magic, I think it'll be like some natural magic. The reason I am doubling down on the druid theory is just because this might be a thing that only all giants can do, because it does look like Gerd also has that proclivity, but a lot of animals. His one animal, Mugen,
True. I'll
brought
give you that. I'll
brought
give you
the
that.
thousand sunning by itself, just kind of on like here's a gift for you. Then he has
Yeah.
hella animals up in that setup, and then other
Good
animals guarding.
companionship. Yeah.
That's a
Good companionship.
that's one
I
of the
agree.
telltale signs of druids. One of them, other one's nature magic.
You said liking animals, more than likely a druid. I'll be honest.
Either that or a hunter, and I don't see a bow and arrow. I see a staff with a sun.
I'll give you that.
I
I'm
know what
with
a
you there.
boomkin
I'm
is.
with you.
Yeah. But it
Do
does
you
not.
think, like-
It doesn't look like he has a lot of fighting capability.
No, that's not his role here. I mean, but you do with giants though. You have to give them a certain level of. Okay, giants start up here, and then their power level raises from there. So yes, he is a low-level giant, but that giant part of that carries a lot of weight.
Am I just disrespecting Nami? Because I'm looking at.
I mean,
the lightning
Nami
bolt.
one-shot him though.
I'm
That's kind
looking
of
at
crazy.
the lightning bolt, but I'm like, that
Yeah.
probably. The thing about Nami's lightning bolt, Usopp, we see a lot of different moves, a lot of different techniques, and a lot of different scenarios. We
Sure.
see Nami's lightning bolt a lot, and every time we see it,
Yeah.
His stocks is getting higher. Like, yo.
Well, one shots him here again. He probably wasn't expecting it. He was kind of Luffy hating the whole time. He's like, "We're not. I'm human. I'm not
Nobody
gonna."
expects to get struck by lightning indoors when it's
No,
sunny outside.
indoors. You thought you were
It
the
was
sun
sunny
god. This
outside.
was your place, and then you just get one shot. It's like, I mean, you get hard and got sucker punched.
Ooh, that's
Same thing.
Yeah,
You know,
like,
it's
you
like
thought
same
he was
thing.
the sun god until the storm cloud
Yeah.
showed up. Yeah, that
It's
damn.
like-
Okay, Oda. Okay, Oda.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. You're still strong. If it was anybody but Nami, I think he has a fight. But it's like,
She just got
You
that
just picked-
one attack that just so happens to be your weakness, just like everybody.
Yeah.
Lightning, a lot of it.
and you a creep. So she put a little extra oomph into it, and you just a little freak. So
Which is good.
I mean,
good for her. A win for Nami. A loss for Road. I hope he has a couple more and he gets humbled. And you know what? Like, I don't know those people. The Straw Hats got out. I don't know those other people in there. For me, you're redeemable. Say you're sorry. Shut down
Yeah,
shop. I'm cool. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
yeah, were you getting sacrifices and you weren't stopping it? Okay, maybe you don't deserve. Maybe you're not redeemable.
Those
But
bones could
until
have been fake. Any of
that
those
could have been
bones could have been
anything.
fake. Or not you. Could have been not you.
I don't know. I don't know the routine.
Yeah.
Maybe
You had
maybe you only
animals
work
in
D
there too.
days.
You had animals. Those could be animal bones too. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But until that's brought to my attention, I got to work with what I'm working with, and until then, you can still be an ally. Just until Luffy lets Loki out next chapter, and you let Loki off, and you're the jailer. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to.
Yeah, and maybe he'll never learn. Like, I don't know anybody who is still around. That is like, I mean, King Harold's dead. Who were
Yeah.
the other two elders from when they were kids? Like the Big Mom flashback. Yarl and Joru, are they still around?
Yeah, but we got one shot by a
Yeah.
5-year-old.
Yeah. What about
But the other one's
Joru?
still alive. No, the other one's still alive. He's
All
like,
right.
they confirmed him. He's like 406 years old.
Right there. So maybe Yoru will be the deciding factor. Maybe you'll talk to Yoru. But until that
We gotta
day-
know more about Road, because even Gerd had a problem with him. So unless they have like a personal issue between each other, which I'm not marking out, he could have definitely caused a personal rift between them. He could have like an ongoing issue with this where he could have killed people as well. I mean,
the
it's
last thing,
Elbath. Like, it's the Warland. There is a little bit more leniency for violence,
here's
and
the
that's
last
how I'm
thing.
taking it.
Mother Caramel. Like, all he had to do was witness like one occurrence, and he could be like, "Oh, they don't value these human lives." And then just they live with that, and it's like, well, if they don't value these human lives, why do I value these human lives? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
You tell us about Road, guys.
A lot of
what do you guys find
spices.
interesting
A lot of
about?
spices. We're about to add them. We're about to start really cooking soon, but
Mm-hmm.
we're mixing them up. But yeah, what do y'all think?
I like his fit when he becomes the Sun God. I think that was a pretty dripped out fit. Reminded me of For Honor, if any of you guys played. And you were like the Viking spiritual. So the fit was pretty dope. I like the fit.
With the blue, like
But-
spectral, like yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. Let us know what you guys' thoughts below. Next week we will be talking about probably another giant, maybe Saul. Next episode.
Like so.
Chris's laptop died, so we're gonna give him some time. Maybe we'll record. We'll skip a day, and then we'll make it. I don't know.
We're cooking on some Loki theory, so
Yeah, stay
tuned.
tuned.
stay tuned.
Right there. All right.
Please.